Hello, hello. Apologies for the extended intro. As you can tell by my voice, I'm still getting my bearings. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure my voice is calibrated. I only got out of bed a couple hours ago, so... Okay, I should probably link this in the corru Discord, I guess. I might as well. Okay. Sorry, I cut off the music, but I think I'm ready to play. Just making sure I was properly advertising. Anyways, I thought about doing this yesterday, but I had other stuff to do, so might as well. I did increase I finally like doubled the amount of songs in my stream playlist, so that should be nice. Hopefully for variety. Anyways, so there's a couple things to do. Well, a few things to do on the list. One of them, I need to remember. Uncosm Pit. Okay. Well, I want to talk to the Rot Watcher because I never really progressed that. Really. I think the interview is probably the fairy. So on Cosm Pit, I need to find the Rot Watcher, I assume. It's the pit? I assume the pit is just the massive... Well, I guess it's called the lab, but it's kind of a pit. I don't know, I should try and find the Rot Watcher. That's one of the things to do today. I need to talk to the Akiza Echo at Droxiozo. And then I have a lot of words to put in the memory hole. Because I missed more than I thought. I think a few of them I'll be able to find hints for naturally, but a lot of them are pretty rare, so that's one of the only things I went to the wiki for, because I was just curious, and there's quite a few, there's like a dozen or so. So we'll get to that later. Right now, on Cosm Pit, I need to go here. Depth. And then, I think I can use guard to take me there. I think this might be it. Hi, welcome. I'm currently trying to find the Rot Watcher who is in the pit, according to the mask. Now this is called the lab by most sources, so I'm not sure if this is... Oh, this saved. I have the... Do I have all the other things? Oh, sick. Okay. That's useful. Wanna... Hang on. You know what? I have a... Wait, that's not what I want. Trying to... I need to get my bearings. I need to check the... Am I supposed to... It's not telling me the thing anymore. Anyways. Don't I have... The hell? Okay. I assume this is where I'm supposed to be. Do I want to know where in the maze the Rot Watcher is? Not yet. The fact that it's in this maze at all is useful enough, so I'm gonna bee-hop around until I can find it. Cause yeah, the last time I played a couple days ago, I did all of the stuff with the Rot Watcher to lead me here, and then I got distracted with all the rabbit hole stuff that this put me on with the director, so I kind of need to get back on track. Let's see. Where would... If I was a rot watcher, where would I be? I have no idea. There are already other levels. That is a possibility. I guess, maybe I wouldn't mind knowing what, like, section. I think there's like 4 sections of this maze. The levels in process. Level 1, okay, thank you. So I need to take... I think the flower will do that for me. Put me on the NBA coach. I can fake anybody out on the court. Okay. Lab, and then beginning. Let's see. Oh, wait, oh. I wasn't expecting you. Oh, shit. Wait, you might... Okay. The flower mask said, Joy mask said, there was activity detected in the pit, and then, oh, so, it was the interview, the interview maze at the ship, and I've seen the fairy before the interview maze, like, 2 times, so I was like, oh, okay, the fairy's probably just hanging out the ship. No. You switch places. I didn't want to see you here, to be honest. So much variety here, so many things sheltered for so long. Surely you have noticed their careful entrapment. I know the fairy moves around, but I didn't expect them to move all the way down here. I guess it makes sense, but like... I was hoping to find a rot watcher. The Akiza was using them like tamed beasts, so clever. Have you seen those ones that pretend to be cousins at first? Funny, but they hardly put up a fight. It is those ones that spread out over the space and wait for disturbance. Yeah, such tough shells, such cunning. I will crack one of them soon, don't say that. And then... I suppose we cannot share. More for me, haha! Okay, bye. Okay, and now I need to get to the ship, then. Oh, what? I can't exit. I guess I can... If they're still here. Try to lure one of the landmines? Hey! Eat it! Help me, eat it! It's not doing anything. Now compare? Yeah, one of them's like freaked out, I guess. Okay. Alright, I got places to be. Same eye pattern. Okay. Fun. There's not... Most of these aren't that quick of a... I guess Clemens... That is the ship. Although I don't know... Oh, actually... Oh, the maze is easier because I can just cheat. Sick. I don't have to do as much work. Okay, I do want to get to the interview. Hang on. I hate that it doesn't let you, hang on. No, I don't want to talk to you right now. Yeah, it still says interview, okay. Let's do that. Is it? No. It's Roxiozo. I think there is a door that leads straight to the interview maze, but I don't remember. That's the wrong way. Over here? Oh, I went backwards. Yes, this is what I want. This should be a little bit easier because I can do corners now. I don't know if I'm actually faster, but it feels like I'm faster too. Oh, the ghosts are pissed off because I can do corners now. I got the 0 degree turner. Oh, whatever. Okay. Here, probably? Yes. Hello. Finally. What's up? What's up with this place? The Raw Watcher's attention is only briefly upon you, just long enough to transmit some meaning. Catastrophic spatial delamination without conglomeration. End state of dot spaces unable to enforce cohesion or coherence. Alongside outer membrane failure. Yep, that makes sense. Dot space is... Wait, maybe I did read this previously. I feel like I did read this. Or at least something very similar. Like the dispersing into connective media. Partial recession into dissociative pull. Yeah, I think I did read... I think I was here earlier. Or last stream. Yeah. Because we asked about the scavengers. Okay, so I've done this already. And then you'll probably go to the beneath, right? If I had to guess. I think that's right. Check. Yes, beneath parasite. Okay. What is beneath? I need to... What does that actually specifically refer to? That might be... I think I vaguely read that there's still an area I haven't unlocked. I know there's something you unlock with like a memory hole word, really? I'm pretty sure. Maybe I should do memory hole stuff. I think... Yeah, I think... Beneath is the blue area. Oh, the one in Joxy Ozo? Oh, yes, okay, I think I do remember reading this. I was like kind of confused. Because I kind of just lump it all in with Joxy Ozo, even though it's not technically... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let's just take the god route, I guess. Okay. Oxiozo's like around here. Okay. Blue area. Here's shortcuts. There's you. Okay, this isn't... I don't think that will help. I think, no, is there not? Huh. There's a useful gate here somewhere. Oh, random event. And you would compare it to us? No. Not really. Only in form, not in nature. It was a dot space enforcing its rules. It was as if it were Velzy's own foil to you. Where you permit us our free dreams, it enforced its tyrannical requirements. But that is why I thought you might want to know more. After all, it is quite unusual. The tyrant has never allowed a dot space to think in itself. Containing and directing the MC memories as it did was very standard. But as soon as any conflict began, it also enforced every actor into rigid routines, manufacturing and processing stray dots into wardens and custodians for the illusion. It was nightmarish and strange, stranger than anything that has come before. Strange indeed. Where could a tyrant have found such inspiration? Was it our conglomeration that stirred this development? We hope it does not see us like this firmament of yours. Whether it be in gazes or eyes, we'll be on speaking terms again, we are certain. We will have much to discuss, so many questions. Now about this bastard. Oh yes, bastard. It started when an attentive pressure weighs upon your presence. Gilly, our dear, forgive the interruption. But the interloper has arrived. Welcome, welcome. Hello, interloper. Did you wish to speak with us? Sure. Actually, no. I lied. I like the little random events. Makes the place feel alive. I do think these bits of like, I think pretty much all of the ads, additional like content for the episodes has like focused on in some way or another like the lost dot forms and like how they have like struggled to live on their own terms, which is interesting. Like it's not, it's a pretty unconventional approach to like, I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of, but I like the way that like, it's almost, okay, the closest I can think of off the top of my head is like Disco Elysium has so many little like traits splitting up your mind, and they all talk with each other and like argue with each other. This is like kind of like a dying version of that, where yeah, the ecosystem, it's like it's very unique. I can't think of something that like has taken that approach. Our camera guy back here. Excuse me, I need my coffee. Monday is, am I right? No, it's actually not actually Monday. I know there's... Is it this one? I know one of them gives you an image when you download it. I think, oh yeah, one of the images does is supposed to tell you, like, put this word in as a... into the memory hole. The one closer to the Ozo entrance. Yeah, I'll have to retrace my steps. Is it this one? Nope, not this one. Is it this one? No, this is further. Wait. This might be it. No, that's another. I know they give you images. I think I've gotten all 3 images you can get from them. Follow where he's looking. Oh. Well, this took me back to Fairy's room. Oh, no, you must do it like this. You feel a jolt of anxiety in the dot space. The stowaway's dot form recoils from something you cannot perceive. Ah, not so nice, is it? And that was a light one. Now here, you try, just like that. A similar sensation of discomfort ripples from the fairy. Ow! Yes, good, perfect. You're a natural, my hollow friend. Feel the stowaway's attention upon your presence. Hollow friend. Yes, that is right. You mean interloper. The camera guy's bending over to look down. I didn't see that. Okay. I can check. Interloper, come closer. I was just teaching an important part of our history. Something you cannot do, but will prove very useful to our new friend here. Right, I can look down. I can check that. Okay. I never even... yeah. Stowaway's dot form draws closer to your perception. It lingers nearby. Oh, haha! Silly. No, you cannot do it to the interloper. They're not really here, not like you and me. There's nothing to bite. And what a shame, right? Wow. No, if you want to mess with the interloper, you have to do something else. Like what? Secret! Now, interloper, did you want to talk? No. Kind of got things to do. Okay. Let's do... just camera guy. What the hell is that, bro? There is something there, I see it. The fuck? What is it? Is that a hint for like the pit? It looks... oh, I can wait. Can I? Okay. It's the bar? So Nikiza. Hello? The dot form's attention fixes upon your mind's eye with unusual clarity. Hi! Who are you? Akiza, right. Yes. Akiza. Okay. How'd you get here? Did you fall? The ground fell and then I got really sick. It felt horrible. I wanted to go back to dreaming, but something in the dark caught me. And it put me here. That's not good. I even watched it put it together. Ooh, what the hell was it? Cool. Okay, what was it though? Can you give me more details? Sorry, I forgot. So easy to forget here. Are we in the river Styx, bro? Can I have a drink? Yes! It's all orange juice forever. Cool. Just ask the bar friend. The hot form behind the bar is unresponsive. Thanks. You should go to Joxy Ezo. Okay. Oh, it's the same area if you put FG into the memory hole. Okay. See, I did write that down from the wiki. How do I go there, please? Hold on. I can send you there. Unity. Nope. There we go. Be gone. Return. Truxioso, that's right, I have a home. Okay, this was nice, but I gotta go, bar friend. I'll take a knife run for the journey. Yay. Wonder if there's any more effigies. I got definitely a good amount of them. Alright, cool. I think I might be stuck here now, so I gotta... Okay. This FG saw Velzy put the memory hole together and they caught her and stopped her from falling. Oh, it's the last FG. FG saw Velzy put... Huh. That's kind of... Huh. Velzy is, So I don't know why this is showing up. I have hardware acceleration turned on. And the performance has been fine, so I don't know why it's showing up. I guess Velzy is, nice enough to do that. I know the smiley face. I still have the fear that Velzy is like Kavik in some way. I have no proof other than the Kavik memory hole. Just like vibes. I don't know how that would work. Like, how the plot would progress that way, but just on vibes and hype moments, that's my crack theory that I've held on to. It is a strange similarity. The smile face most of all, and I mean the event is pretty significant. Okay. I still need to find a Rot Watcher. I keep getting distracted by side quests. There's so many... This is why I need like a whole stream for loose ends, because it's just too much. Okay, beneath, the blue. I need to find blue. Okay, blue area. Not blue. Okay, I think different blue from here on. This is nightmare area. I don't think there is anything extra here. I think this is like the ship thing, but I don't know if this really serves any purpose right now other than foreshadowing. I don't like this blue spot, the fact that it's still here, but I've never managed to get anything else out of this area, so calling it a dead end for now. Unless I'm supposed to like rotate my camera like to exactly 66 degrees and then like Velzy will snap out and like kill me in a 1 in 10,000 chance. Alright, where is the actual beneath area? That's the city area. I also love the being able to fall behind Jasky. That was that's probably my favorite way of getting to the lab, without a doubt. The one at the FBX building is also pretty intense, I will admit. Here, I think this is closer. Alright. I think this is... No. Parasite board is across from the city area. Now I found it. What do you think about this place? The Rot Watcher's attention sits upon you. The dot space at large is observed to be within a regional conglomeration of delaminated dot spaces. The displacement between a number of similarly deteriorated spaces allows its organelles to remain intact and largely untargeted by resource-seeking externally originated dot forms. The elevator is crazy. Yeah, I love the details of like certain characters like getting kind of either they're not able to process what's actually happening like to Akiza or the Interloper, or weird shit happens and they're just like so confused, like getting the water from the water cooler and giving it to the one guy and then being like, wait, how the hell did you do that? Or the in the embassy memory, the Better Times memory, where you talk to the one human, Tao, and he's like, yeah, my friend, and then like the name gets censored and it's like, wait, that's not supposed to, wait, what was that? Like it's so, I love that kind of like straddling the line between they're not quite self-aware, but like they know something's weird. It's like slightly meta, but yeah. My friend redacted. It's so good. Local dot forms display heretofore unseen symptoms of an unknown phenomena in which internal meaning and purpose assignment is disrupted or otherwise confused through the introduction of conflicting information and memory. The present Rot Watcher may estimate that a form of small-scale emergent conglomeration may have occurred in which the dot forms of a separate origin were broken down and utilized as resources for continued survival. Major theory on who blank is there. I mean, there's a limited number of humans we know names of, so... I do wonder. Alternate possible cause number 1. Collective neuroprocessor of present dot space merged with a similar organelle of external origin during spatial delamination, combining resources for continued survival alongside introducing aforementioned conflicting memory. Oh, it's 4 letters! Also shows up in the memory, huh? Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking like Cassidy, but no, it is shortened to Cass, or it could be shortened to Cass. Yeah, Director Cassidy freaks me out too. Vaguely, like a Velzy-like entity, but I trust even less somehow. Large amount of majorly deallocated or disassociated embassy-related dot forms and dot spaces exist within the disassociative pool. Adjacency to its horizon may have presented easily accessed resources for local dot forms during organelle starvation, allowing for subsumation of relevant information. Its matter of fact explanations carry a noticeable feeling of uncertainty and fascination. No conclusions may be made in confidence about the phenomena on display within the present dot space. Cognito hazard mode, yeah. Okay. Where will you go next? Oh, labs. Finally. Yep, pit. Alright, now we can talk to it in the lab. Oh, like a Suzuki, yeah. I didn't think about that, but... yeah, there's a lot of little lore details I haven't really... I kind of just overlook for, like, the main events, but... There's so many cool little details like that. I read, I think I missed actually the original Zuzukri memory hole, but I did Zuzukri Masks, and I read that one, and that one was pretty creepy. I mean, more so like really sad in a way. Did I talk to you? I think I did. Anyways, bye. Why do you have two eyes? You didn't have two eyes before. I guess it's the corruption. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay. Why are you here? Quiet. Okay, this is new. I haven't seen these before. Must be my GAD or something. Okay, nothing different. Okay, actually this will take me to the lab. Someone predicted a good deal of episode 4's plot based on the Parasite board. That's crazy. Was there like a thorough post about it, or is it just like a thread of Discord messages? That's very interesting. Sorry about this elevator, you know how it is. You see these camera guys once the memory hole effigy is rescued. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. I gotta turn my shit back on. Okay, gotta use this. Oh, video. I'll check that later. Okay, beginning. Guessing the fairy's still here. Yep. Okay. Rot Watcher. I know it would totally break the game, but I wish you could jump over one tile gaps. It's kind of funny they give you a jump at all, because I'm not even sure if it does anything that the diagonal movement doesn't already do for you, but I still like it. It's still funny. Rot Watcher. There you are. I think we already read this. Yeah. What do you think about this place? Guided spatial delamination, in which a dot space and its organelles are deliberately damaged and subdivided by a dot form with the intention of cultivating a local ecosystem of insensate dot forms. Fairy only moves on refresh, that makes sense, yeah. Small pockets of coherency remain in subdivisions connected loosely by tread-like remnants of the grid of dot spaces, serving both as a form of bait for hostile entities and false refuge for dot forms treated as prey. Jumping increases your speed by 5%. Good to know. I've been using it for good. Even if it didn't, I would just b-hop because it's fun. They should add they should add Mario movement, and like it still shouldn't like let you do anything new, but you should just be able to do like double jumps and like backflips and somersaults. It is observed that the present guide delamination results in a roughly spherical field of viscera. It is assumed to be oriented specifically to confuse and trap dot forms without cognitive draw, while acting as a defensive field against those with whiff. The present dot space is observed to be the only recorded instance of this phenomena. Due to its immense danger, it is not advised that the present Rot Watcher return for study of any common frequency nor for any extended duration. Raw Watcher is like, I know you're very curious, but I don't. This place is too scary. I don't want to. I don't want to do this anymore. A large amount of uniquely adapted insensate dot forms are present, and this thus further study is necessary. Okay. What's new? Pull parasite? Did it just go back to the parasite area? Everyone wants to eat me here. It's not nice. Okay. There is the flower. Flower's useful. For some reason, I thought the flower only saved your warp points, your like fast travel points per like session. Maybe I guess I didn't interact with it when I unlocked it. It's looped. Have I seen all the Watcher stuff done? I gotta go to Oza to talk to Akiza anyways. Can you tell me more about what happened to you? What happened to that memory? There's one place left to talk to it, but that's also in the city. Okay. I can loop back around to it later. The dot space tenses alongside a dot form's mind. Feel its presence pressed strangling against yours. I could ask you the very same question. Actually, I think the first time I talked to it was in the city, but it was like possessing like a incoherent guy. Is it different from that one? I could ask you the very same question. Hurl into themselves with barely contained rage. You seek to pry information from me, yet all I have from you in exchange is a vague assurance. What is the status of my ward? It's good. It is fine? I should hope that is not all you have to say. Okay, there is a one problem. Your memory is safe. It wasn't possessing, it was scanning it. Oh yeah, it was yeah. Not like possessing, my bad. It's just scanning it. But is it different from that one? Where it was just scanning the incoherent? Okay. I can do that later then. It is placed back in the repaired embassy dot space. It's called Better Times. I went through it myself. Did you? How is that? Whenever Akiza dot form was acting as the recollection locus. Recollection locus? What a peculiar description. Though I understand your meaning. What did you see? Akiza and the team celebrated a Polygonation Spire being finished. I assume Fun Friend filled in the gaps. It seemed pretty intact. Were they happy? Yeah, I think so. The dot form's attention suddenly grows sharp upon your mind. And what is it that happened at the end? The team had their picture taken by that human. Good, good. It'll show up in both positions in the city at once. That's funny. Then I can trust you are not lying to me. Perhaps in time I might be able to experience it again myself. Yeah. There was a weird dot form. A distorted human with a briefcase full of eyes. Apparently used to be the memory of the FPX director. She said to not allow the darkness to fade. That the repairs are killing us and the great big thing at the bottom. Curious, that description sounds sort of familiar, though I cannot place the reason. Did she pose a threat to the memory? She left before anything happened. Only wanted to talk to me. I see. Is it true that if Beyond the Darkness is Fun Friends... It is true that if Beyond the Darkness is Fun Friends' reparative territory, then many, many things that have adapted to the dark will perish should it disappear. Oh, I see. With Gelly, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not surprised that such an entity noticed the memory's movement. I imagine much beneath the threshold of darkness felt some rumbling. It'd be more unexpected if there are no consequences, haha. Though it is strange that she mentions the bottom. I've always sensed something lay in those crushing depths beyond any sane reach. It was simply never a concern of mine. But if that is all, then I am happy. Even if I must still verify its safety myself in time. You have done well, interloper. Thanks. Okay. Do you remember anything beyond that memory you came from? I remember. The Call Initiative, the Bright Cousins, the working of Corru. There was a period after I awoke where I explored my own memory. Probing routes of... I remember my dear friend Kasky, yet where did we meet? Nothing. When was it that Kavik ascended? I should know. It is all fruit, bulbs of knowledge, yet no milk at their roots. For as empty as my memories may be beneath the facts they present, I cannot simply write them off as being illusory, because they are real, even if I am not, truly. What about the surrounding memory you tore up? The lab, what happened with the storm? That electrical conversion device. Ah yes. What I hold from it is limited, for a while I devoured some parts. Others were left to my defensive field. I can tell you it's not simply a conversion device, and that it only earned its namesake after it gained an echo. Let me think, what else? Ah, Akiza delayed her own team's investigation into that call record discrepancy, spacing sessions out over extended periods of time, primarily hoping that the time stopper would be displaced, which never seemed to happen, at least in what I saw. Lucky Akiza, I would have liked to use the time stopper. It sounds so fascinating. And then the project spun out of her control somehow. I recall her worry, but from the pieces I hold, it did not seem entirely negative. There was the formation of a number of initiatives she was not entirely privy to. Not maliciously, of course, for the storm was just ceaseless in its focused work. And she struggled to stay informed on every detail. It's really helpful, thanks. Do you know what happened to the real Akiza? What separated the sis from her? No, what? That wasn't me setting up an explanation. I was asking you. The cyst was by itself, on a column, in a crashed and melted ship. Ah. Naturally, I must assume this corru was separated from her, at some point. And I did like to keep a column for maintenance in my vessel. I doubt anyone else would pluck it from my body and place it knowingly upon the column. But that is beyond what I was imprinted with, interloper. For what I know of the Sith's history from the others, I must have been awoken well into the age of darkness when only madness stirred. So the separation was well before then. But whatever became of me, I hope it was for a good cause. For my friends, or for Arbeski, or for the Bright Cousins. My entire existence was that simple celebration, and it is all that I truly cared to know for so long, but I would like to know what had followed the peace I fought so hard to protect in time. Man. There's a lot, mostly intact too, but it's too much for me to explain. And I think it's dangerous out there for you because of Fun Friend, who I need to continue repairs, so don't attack it. Do you think I am so senseless? Just give me some time to fix things. Maybe Fun Friend will loosen up. I'm working on it. Very well. I am in no hurry after all. Besides, the others here may inform me just as well. Got water brick. So if you have some memories from the FBX lab, what do you know about the work Akiza did there? With the storm? Do they know? What if Akiza's secrecy still holds some importance? Should I trust this ancient warrior? I know she started it because of some sort of Obes conflict. It led to some other issues. But what happened if the storm is a blind spot? You are familiar already. That there is no sense in clinging to her vague concerns of secrecy. The laboratory was already in ruin when I reached it, Interloper. Not irreparable, not at first, not until I began my work upon it. There may still be fragments for you to learn from. Though most were eventually consumed by either myself or my wardens. Oh, I see, I can check the image later, thank you. There are still blurry memories that haunt me. Shreds of some discovery. The information may be long lost, but the feelings remain. Vague impressions of a terrible misunderstanding. Some creeping fear, tension. Kiza and her team found something, achieved some goal, but the occasion was not as joyous as I imagined she may have liked. Yes, that is surely why she told them to wait after their location attempt succeeded. As some of the layers I left intact seem to imply. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's mostly what we already knew. What do you think of Funfriend? It is troubling how the others refer to it so readily as a tyrant. Funfriend was always blunt but well-meaning, kind by design. Of course, my understanding comes from the real Akiza. What do you think of it? I think it just wants to put things back the way they were. Heh. Infinite swirling madness in the dark. Countless memories and components broken, mangled into loose rotting weaves. A desire that should entertain Velzy for all time and its sheer impossibility. If only it were as simple as putting things back. Perhaps with enough time it will come to the same conclusion, and come to tolerate the maddened actors upon this broken stage. Maybe. There's another entity I think is in the Encosm. Something sentient that might be sane. It's guarding some memory in the depths from me. Another dot form told me it was like a fog at the bottom. Yes, I have seen what you describe. But I did learn and adapt to the dark. The crushing madness of its deepest depths were too much for me to bear. I only dared visit a few times out of curiosity and never for long. But I could feel something there. Fog is an apt description. It was too large for me to truly understand. Oh yeah, I think Funfriend is definitely well-intentioned. I don't distrust Funfriend like as an actor. I don't think they're a bad actor. I think he's just kind of like, yeah, just a bit too blunt and maybe too hyper-focused on the memory repair work to like consider what happens to the other dot forms. But I don't think he's like a bad actor. He's just kind of very focused on the work and mainly just wants to help Akiza's memories get back in place as best they can. I feared that if I drew too close I would be consumed by it. For I could see dead things, shells, truly broken dots, sinking into it past the threshold of my ability to perceive. So yes, I think I have seen it. I would struggle to believe that it is sane or a simple dot form at all. Oh, I see. I'm not very familiar with systems. I know like some of the basics, but I do wonder like how this whole story with like the different dot forms reads to different people because of that. Same with like other stories like Disco Elysium as well. Fog of Velcy is pretty creepy. Tell me more about what happened to you. You know well what happened, interloper. The madness came, I awoke, I tore apart countless beasts and memories to protect my friends. Or at least the memory of them. And then they could no longer stand me. The thought form's attention draws away from you, silent. Its thoughts bleed into the space. Pain remains even now. The gaze repeated peacefully, uneventfully, with terrible shapes writhing at the edges of my perception. Faces and receptors of the auxiliaries vanishing before me. Entirely disappearing from the repetition silently. Their absence the only thing I could recall as more was taken. And then, you feel its focus upon you. But there's more I can speak upon. So it took some of like the that were supposed to be at the party. Is that why it wasn't as populated as it might be? I do not quite recall. Oh. Well, no. I was gonna say, like, is that why that one guy couldn't, like, say his friend's name? But if it's cast, then I don't know if it'd make as much sense, but that's an interesting thought. I came to know the space beneath the stage, my true shape, beneath what may appear physical and what visuals present themselves. There's an endless writhing swarm of organisms working to create the illusion, fooling themselves into not perceiving the true nature of the world. Like myself before that terrifying instant, when I could finally notice and acknowledge them. Those twisted beasts gnawing upon everything, a pulsating rot weaving into the corpse of my memory, into half-eating memories of my closest friends, alongside empty shells of lesser-known ones, the first to go. But no matter my panic, no matter how I tried to awake them, the efforts could not acknowledge me or the beasts, even as they crumbled apart, forever forgotten. A ripple of rage passes through the dot space. It's so desperate. I repeat the monstrous shapes. I tore them apart, every one I could find. And though they tore more from me, I just kept going. Oh my god. Is that a reference to the frenzy that Akizet does, where it always says Akizet just keeps going? I only awoke from my frenzy, yeah. Oh my god. See, when you say it like that, that makes it sound really cool, because I love frenzy. I only awoke from my frenzy when the rot was gone from the inside, where it was not long before I learned of the outside, the infinite madness, how to fight it, how to use it. What followed was a long journey into Lipper. I could never recount everything. In time, when it was all made so very safe, my own traps set and beasts made into guardians, I went back inside. The detached tiles of the render curve into themselves beneath the dot form's grip. I need not detail that ordeal again, but inspired a long period of rage. A new trance, where I could only seek and tear apart any scavenger I could find. I became so very cruel in my slaughter, and my endless consumption consumed me for far too long. If I may assume this strange place is not just some cruel extension of my madness, it was only you who finally awoke me from that nightmare. Tension fades. I am not sure whether to thank you yet, but the peace of this place does remind me of better times, and I do appreciate what you have done. That is all I will speak upon the matter for now. The wounds are still so fresh. Damn. It's like if Akiza just fully lost herself and went crit happy. I mean, listen, I wouldn't have. It would have been tough for me. I remember anytime I got more than like 3 crits in a row from Frenzy, I was just like giggling with glee. So I might not have been as strong to have receded from that. You mentioned declining treatment. and I can feel your dots sometimes. Are you wounded still? Yes, but I am tending to it just fine. You need not worry for me. If indeed it is worry, and not some manipulation. When I tore from myself was sizable, this is true. But I suffered far worse in the darkness. Okay. What do you think of the Ozo dot form so far? Beyond simple greetings and introductions, I have had little to decide upon. They are eccentric, easily placed as having formed from the darkness. But the shapes they have taken are hardly so obvious in origin. So few are monsters like myself. I appreciate Isabel's patience and care, but it is strange to have someone I have never met treat me like an old friend. Especially after so much time fending against every living thing. And her Akizats are... What is it exactly? So hard to place. It is miraculous how they function, being so incomplete. Unnerving is the closest concept, yet this world must be so simple for them. Being both safe and so oblivious to the madness, it is hard to deny. Interesting. The Council also, a never strange and terrifying shape. Made of so many smaller fragments melted, disappearing in the whole. Truly, my first impression was that you had lured me to a trap. Some great betrayal, the rational end product of the darkness. But instead of vicious hunger, it met me with kindness. Quickly attempting to coordinate my treatment and placement, and equally so quick to accept my declination. Then there's that strange one, Gelly. Quick to offer a game, though I am hardly in the mood for play. For as bizarre as she appears, I appreciate the familiarity of an attendant golem. And of course, the fairy. The dot form's attention shifts for a moment. I should feel relief that there are others like me here, but barely a step away from the beast that tore my memory, exuding a constant gnashing of teeth, an echo of the most terrible things from the dark. I cannot stand how familiar it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Nor the similarities we share. I should hope we have little interaction. Still, if it can thrive here, then perhaps it is not so unlikely that I could too. Are you staying here? It feels empty. You want some furniture? Aside from that flower thing. Flower thing? You must speak of the subtle scarring, for it is only the other fixture. I suppose you could see it like the root of a bright parasite, yet you don't have to mask. But yes, for now, this corner is my respite. However brief it may be, the emptiness you feel, it is comforting to me. For it means few have ever tread here, and the wound will make it easier to flee should the need arise. Did you expect more? Sort of. Usually there's at least a little personal manifestation. Gelly's boat, Isabel's flowers, fairy stars. Does that not just happen automatically? It does not. They wrought personalization into their spaces. I have no need to carve mine into a state that may be temporary. Alright. Good talking. Okay, I can visit Rot Watcher again. Another interaction. So many of them. Just unlike anything I've seen the Tyrant do before. After all, I'm certain the Tyrant still cares for the dots they operate upon on some level. There's a level of restraint, delicateness. And what worries me more is that it's distinct, even from what Gelly's demons did to that dot form of the interloper. Yet another new form of destruction. We do not understand. How is it different? Was it chewed upon then? It was surrounded with hostile dots, from what we could intuit. There are some marks, but they weren't what caused the true damage. No, it's different. How can I even explain? The wounds didn't line up with anything I've ever seen. Membrane tears and lesions, but without violent intent. Are you talking about the director? As if something broke through and reached within, yet didn't alter what it touched. That sounds like the director. Please understand, I'm just guessing here. But that's the only explanation. Something so desperate to find some specific knowledge that it nearly tore her apart searching for it, careless of the damage. Do you think the interloper... I guess it could be Velzy? I mean... it could be Velzy too. The weight of the dot space shifts. It is only now that they have noticed you. Oh, hello, dear interloper. You feel Isabel's gaze. It grasps at your presence, like she's trying to pry at your dots. But that's not how this works. You're talking about the interviewer. So they are talking about Velzy, I think. I know what did it. It was the entity I told you about. I watched it tear apart the entire dot space. I was trying to get the dot forms to tell me something. Something about a meteorite. Fascinating. That aligns with my findings. The damage seemed incidental, but it was made by something that clearly has no understanding of our world. Or at least an incomplete one. Interloper, you must take care. Whatever Velzy you deal with cannot simply be another awakened dot form. Perhaps it is one of the lost components. We know that the great organs of the Sith once acted like small worlds of their own. If one were to melt and merge with ours, it could easily have powers beyond what any of us may conceive. It would be really cool and fucked up and interesting if it was really like Havoc that like has somehow got merged in some like last ditch effort or whatever. I don't know. Still, this is merely conjecture. Keep us informed, dear interloper. Now all that said, did you wish to speak with us? Not really. I want to go to the parasite section again. Actually, wait. I'm trying to think. There might be a more direct way there. Oh shit, never. They're just all back to back. The Akiza dot form lingers near the console. The space is saturated with shared curiosity. That is how you're sustained, then. Dreams to countless spaces beneath. This is merely a long trick, is it not? Patient digestion of prey caught in a carnivorous parasite. Ah! It would be very brave of you to ask that if it were so simple. What a delight it is to be questioned in ways that few have ever dared. Our flesh, dear Akiza, these walls. What is your... You came in time for the bot with the name Insulting Activity. That's a new one. That's very self-descriptive. Insulting Activity. I had to wish Luscious. Welcome back. I just talked to Akiza and now I'm getting 2 encounters back to back. They are knit by the willing and those without will, and we would never tread upon yours. For we do not hide the offer that we always extend. Not a single portion of what it entails is ever withheld. Besides, with the reserves provided by the interloper, what need would we have to act maliciously? Our nature is dictated only by what we need to continue to dream. The Akiza dot form withdraws. A wordless sense of skepticism reverberates through your connection. Hahaha, you poor thing. The darkness has twisted you so unkindly. Just rapid fires for Oza events, that makes sense. Dot forms drift beneath the render. You feel compassion that is not yours. It cannot be easy, adapting from a place where every resource is hard fought. We offer you everything, dear Akiza, unconditionally, for as long as we can exist. Will you not simply try a dream? Perhaps a short one. We are sure you will change your mind on the matter. There's a brief impulse of shock. The dot forms shift their attention to you. Hello again, interloper. What you say, Council, it is reasonable. A convenient answer for every question. But I must remain lucid until I am no longer vulnerable. These changes have put a great strain upon me. So be it, dear Akiza. Just remember, we stand by every word for all time. Now, interloper, do you need something? Not really. I want to find It's probably another event. No, actually, I wanted this. Okay. I thought that could be a fast travel point. Actually, I did find all the FGs. I can maybe ask about that. For now, perfect, interloper. I have a connection with my Akizats, you know. When they are near, I feel at peace. And when any are missing, I can tell immediately. That feeling, the gloom that hangs over me, it is gone. And it is thanks to you. I hope you enjoy the gift we have prepared for you. Thank you. Okay. Well, that doesn't... There's the interviewer. Okay. Wait. Oh, you need a low GAD. Or hunger. I could try hunger, actually. Ah, yeah. There we go. I might need... Where is it? Might be in the other area. Here? It was here last time, so... Okay, there's Kavik's face. Okay. Are you just gonna give me the same dialogue? Yeah. Okay. Relocate. Ozo. Okay. Were you in Ozo before? I don't remember. That might be new. It's like directly in Joxiozo. I have to check. Probably like out here at the entrance. Yeah. Massive Merchant. I think I did already see this. Yeah, last of two known instances. Previously observed separate instance was subsumed by sole remaining emergent conglomeration prior to beginning of general stasis. Look up? Okay. Relocate. Roll the dice. Go to the city, please. Orbit. I think we've already done that too. Oh. Hello. New picture. Wastrels. Oh, it's just a dance background. Okay. Thanks. It's like fucking Lakitu. Just hiding up in the clouds. Yeah, like Mario Kart or something. Okay, orbit. I fixed it. It's on. I got good performance. Okay, orbit is... I think it was over by the dull contrivance. I've done this one before. Good deal of places where you can look up. I should check. Sure. City, city, city. God damn it, it's Parasite again! Alright, well, back to Joxiozo, I guess. I guess I can do some looking up over there. Fixed it. Go to here. Let's go here. Okay. One of many loose ends. Who? Where? What was that? Did you see that? Did I enter the gate and then it like led me nowhere? Did I? Was I looking up? Was that the from? Or is that just I don't even know what happened. I might have just been looking up and I just backed. I just like walked backwards. Why does it lead here? Even in this place I can feel the destination is barely holding together. Oh, this one. I thought you would prefer the other. Go and see. It is just a gate. Try it. The fairy twists mockingly. Oh, but I bet you think I am lying to you. Yes, this is actually one of my mouths, and to enter will be your doom. Ah, so careful, do not get too close. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did. You make far too many assumptions, fairy. I'm simply not ready to venture out yet. Answer my question. You do not have to be so scary about it. Have a sense of humor. Are you not supposed to be a Vel? Ah. An impulse of teeth and hostile tendrils flares through his face. The fairy is suffused in surprised fear, rendered immobile by some effort from the Sakiza. You know you cannot hurt things here, right? Right? That is against the rules? Ow! Fine, okay, stop, enough jokes, I am done, stop. The Ever Connector is nestled in the heart of a true mess. A melted and mixed field of spaces that the tyrant will never be able to put back together. But one day I am certain it will also not try to pry apart for a very long time. A wonderful little field of rot that will sit between a tyrant's little prisons. Good? Happy? What does it matter to you anyway? Can you not just leave about it in the dark? I can withstand it, yes. I will easily be lost. Your exploration and familiarity is your own, fairy. My survival was through defense, not sneaking about and ambushing. And so every path to and from this place must be known to me. Oh? You are afraid. Out of your territory, so far from your own little Ozo. You are afraid that you are trapped here. Never flare of hostility. You gotta shut up. You gotta learn to shut up, man. Never flare of hostility passes through his face. Ow, stop. Hey, wait. Hi, interloper. Look, Akiza, the interloper is over there. Hello, interloper. I have a few more things to look over. I will leave you two. Thanks for coming in when you did, interloper. Stupid Akiza. Did you see that? You saw her nod at me, yes? The council will be so mad. You'll back me up, right? I don't see anything. You look fine. What? Whatever. Alright. Yeah, I was looking up actively, so I was like, what the hell is this? Don't see anything down here. Wait, oh. I think new camera? Haze. Just a random image of the background. You're okay! Oh yeah, I haven't come back. What were you thinking? You must take better care of yourself, Aki. In the city at the end of the interview maze. Okay. I'll check the city. I do got... Oh. I'm already here at the city. I gotta go back to Parasite though. To talk to Rot Watcher again. Nope. I'm never gonna memorize this place, I swear. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hey, we're here again. What do you think about it? Okay, tell me about something else. City Street! That is different, finally. Okay. You made a little model of the dot spaces in Minecraft. Oh. Was it hard? I assume somebody's made like an actual like usable map between spaces that you can like use as a guide. I assume it's not that hard. City. Okay. Yeah, we can look up. Oh, the hell is that? Like a subtle fog in a dot space, slippery and difficult to perceive until entered. May obscure nearby entities, commonly accidental, but I've seen it used intentionally in a few places. New picture. Domain. It's another background. Very few areas actually go to each other. I guess that's true. Okay. I must... Wait. Droxy Oza backgrounds to PC background. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just free background. I mean, yeah. I was kind of like freaked out when the camera guys first showed up when I was first exploring Droxy Oza, but you know what? They're just trying to help you get some... Oh, god damn it. Wait. You're here again. Okay. Oh, you added Raw Watcher into it. Flip side of the docks. Dogs. Is this not it? It's in both at once. Yeah, but like I don't... Oh, is it this?
Wait. Lock.
No, this is different. Hunger. I'm supposed to... Oh, I forgot there's actually a different part of it. It's not here! Oh, wait, I probably need joy. There we go, okay. I forgot there was another part of the docks that wasn't actually like part of the city. I just assumed this was always like led directly to the other parts of the city. Forgot there was two parts. What's going on here? Spatial delamination gradient, early stage of dot space breakdown by consequence of malnutrition, common in regions of densely packed memories. Membrane of containing dot space is observed to fin and melt, points of exit and entry become indistinguishable from adjacent connective media. Previously recorded instances suggest presently observed dot space's trajectory to be regional conglomeration. Feel a part of the dot form twist underneath to render. Regional conglomeration, blending of multiple adjacent dot spaces in middle or late stages of spatial delamination. Resulting organism combines organelles and remaining outer membrane material for continued survival. It is presently unknown whether this function is a survival mechanism inherent to the dot space classification of dot form, or the result of an emergent sentience similar to independent dot form awakening. Further studies required, however. The arrival and abundance of external resources combined with the custodian's exhumation of activity has slowed all known instances of early stage regional conglomeration, including present dot space. Likelihood of further opportunity to study phenomena is extremely low without direct intervention. Direct intervention is inadvisable for continued observation of the grand stage's recovery. Okay. And I guess now it just loops, I assume. So, thinking... I think I want to check the void. There's something I glossed over last time. Didn't seem that important. Okay, so we're done with Rot Watcher stuff, I think. That the dull contrivance. Prohibitive incoherence. Is there something else? Something else in the distance, maybe. All Rot Watcher content. That's nice. I swear there was supposed to be like a secret. Yeah, I see the dull contrivance, but... faintly glowing patch of purple. Wait. Where is it? My cursor's always... It feels like I can't... First of all, I don't see the... I see a little bit of purple in the dull contrivance, but it doesn't... Wait. No. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I can... Stare on screen. Spitting in the sky. I can see it around the little contrivance, but I can't, like... It's aligned with the skybox. Aiming at the contrivance. Does free my cursor too. Oh, I see it now. I could barely even see that. Fairy, okay. Opinionative dot form. It's just one of the things that got ate up by fairy, maybe? Okay. I think that's what I want to see. Thank you. Honest to God, I didn't even see that patch. I think either my screen is bad or my vision is bad. It's really hard to see. It's eaten up and broken. It's definitely hard to see, yeah. Yeah, well, I have a bunch of other memory hole codes that I wrote down from totally legit sources that I definitely found across my playthrough. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to do before that? Because I got like nearly a dozen to write down. There are... I could try the other image names. I know a couple of them are memory hole codes, but I don't think there's anything I had. Did the Rot Watcher. Only effigy is? One of these says Abyss though. I thought Abyss was one. I know effigy's in all caps. No? Oh. My source is wrong then. Let's check it ourselves. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else left to do. So we're gonna use the memory hole. Let's check Abyss. No, okay. Why did I write Abyss down? It's on my list. I don't know why it's written down then. I already wrote sorry down, I will say. I have done, like, okay, I've done Yasuku, Sorry, Dog, Vilk, Kavik, Spire, Suzuki Masks, Larval, Flower, Walker, Call. So I've done about a dozen. Yes, I wouldn't know that Velzy has some similarities to Kavik otherwise. That's why I brought that up earlier. Okay, why did I write Abyss down? I must have hallucinated that. I straight up just was copying stuff off the wiki, because I know there's definitely... I didn't start writing down those white words until like halfway through my playthrough, so I figured there'd be a couple I definitely missed. No, you're good. Why did I don't know why Abyss came into that, but okay. Let's do Dog. Abyss was meant to be Clemens Romanus. I do have that on my list. I haven't put that in yet, but that's on the list. Okay. Mink's dog scares away from me, but in this closed chamber it can only go so far. I do love that they just can't translate dog to anything else. Even though it's like a insect thing. It stands no chance as I leap forth, curling my arms under its shell and pulling it into a hug. It squeaks like an unripe selkie when I tear it from the ground, and I spin while I dance around Mink's furniture. Wait, did I do this? Maybe I did this, because I do remember... I definitely interacted with the dog in the embassy. Maybe I already got this, and I didn't write it down? I think I did. Tree letter names are probably a family member of Akiza. Ah. That makes sense. Well, okay. Well... She does say sister, so I think you're onto something. Yeah, I think I definitely did read this already. This is a cute one. I think yeah, there's the dog. This is like one of the few ones that doesn't feel too menacing or ominous. Just do not break anything. Row. Yeah, does she say her sister's name? I know she tries to call her in the embassy. She might have... I think, yeah, she does. I think she does. So that makes sense. I think she says, yeah, Ruzesh, yes. Weirdly, almost French, in a way. Okay, so I already did dog, I just forgot about it. Okay, might as well do fairy. Don't know what this will be. Nearly a spiral length from the ground, far above the surface vapors. I continue to climb higher, higher still. Running in the soft flash of my carrier. Is this continuing the storyline from like Spire then? Because I know there's a couple that led into each other. Claws caked with the Veil's fast congealing blood, growing dull and numb in the bitter shore wind. The pack of cysts the Jot have assigned me to carry weighs heavily. Yet the weight of my eyes, my legs, my arms have all grown far greater. When was it I last slept? With the sparse herd here, with clear sky and direct gaze of Velzy's eye, I'm at least unlikely to meet any surprise. So the time has come for rest. I wish I could simply rest in a Zippel. Don't think this one is, okay. They do mention the Zippel in the other ones though. But little space was spared for comfort, instead taken by vital knowledge cysts. Nearing the top of this carrier, I draw spikes from my suit, stabbing them in a neat array, securing them to my tethering harness. Finally, I draw the one comfort I am afforded, a Velkist. Long fin platform with curved and sharp hook. Carried upon back. Forms a temporary seat. And with a push off the flesh of the Velk, a swing upon my tethers. Its hook impales the carrier's flesh, curving into it, seat scurried by my weight. Seat secured by my weight. Rest at last. Nearly limp am I in the tethers, resting upon this thin platform. The shore is too close to sleep. Illuzni just barely out of reach on foot. So for now, I simply observe. The gaze of Velzy's eye as it swirls directly above, infinite stars beyond. Sparse Velk of this herd, stomping across this desolate plain. Insultingly close beacon lights floating high over Illuzni. Glowing with a soft violet that casts a haze in the damp, cold air. It is all a quiet beauty that I am far too tired to appreciate. I nearly fell asleep. My carrier sways with a slow, thunderous step below, and as I stare up into the countless glimmering stars, already mysteries, poorly understood except by the most eccentric Yukosnians, I notice the strangest patch of darkness. Within it, a collection of a few larger glimmering spots. Yes, it moves, different, distinct from the rest of the sky with the veiled steps, yet still a part of it. So I sit forward, brief wakefulness stirred in my eyes, staring close. Quickly I draw my aim assist, hooking it into a receptor, releasing it into the air. It flickers a new sight into my mind, focusing further, and the darkness twists. The darkness twists. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The text background is like... The darkness twists, 5 glimmering pale lights in an arc. Previously upright, rotated now as if placed into the outer circle of a turning wheel. Breath escapes, my receptors clothing tight. A jolt through me, nearly displacing the Vilkist. My movement disturbs the aim assist focus, and I cannot find the patch again. I scan desperately. It was my imagination, though. I'm tired. This is known to happen. I clutch my fairy ward, its spikes digging into the leathery cover over my palm. I cannot stay here. Quickly I rise, pulling free the Velkist, removing tethers. I must leave, I must. Creepy? 5+1. Hey, that's no fair. The stream preview clearly shows the purple patches. I think. Yeah, the circles. The 5 circles around, yeah. On my screen, I know why I can't see that purple patch. It's brighter on the preview than it is for me on my screen. Why is that? Sometimes I'll have a daylight, or like not a daylight, like a nightlight, like a blue light filter at night, but that's not on right now. It's 12 p.m. I can see them, but they're much less concentrated. Like I can make them out now, but it's a lot harder for me to see. They're like much more vague. Maybe it's my brightness. I don't know. It's not that dark of a screen, but yeah, I guess I've never thought about it. Huh. I don't like to keep the screen too bright just for my own vision. I'm already on this too much, but either that or like my glasses have, I think my glasses do have like a glare filter or something. Maybe it's so intense that my glasses are filtering out the purple patches. Probably not, but it'd be funny. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that definitely explains it. It just was not bright enough for me to see. If I looked at the preview, it definitely would have been easier. That's weird. My second monitor is brighter just by virtue of it being like a older screen. I can't adjust the brightness, I think. I'm pretty sure. It has like really bad buttons at the bottom of it. Oh, I can, but it is brighter. Shit, now I have to monitor menu. This thing is made in like 2000 something. This is like almost 20 years old, if not that. Okay. Maybe I need to turn my screen brightness up while I play games. I don't want to. It's bad for my eyes. But yeah, 5+1 motif is interesting. That's scary. I don't... That's just gonna be looming back in the back of my head. That's... I just have to live with that for a bit. Humor. I think this one you're supposed to find by interacting with the boat, trying to replay, or setting the... doing the settings for the frame. Yeah, obviously it's on the ferry. That's the most obvious, but I think there's like some logos that might have that like around the embassy. Vilk, we already have that. I stood against the Vilk's cold flash. This even colder wind whips finally outside my zipple. This might be... It's on the car. Oh. This might be connected to those Spire. I don't know where it comes, but map of the ground floor of the embassy. The carrier Velk pushing through the vast spiral storm slowly. Every movement fought against by the swirling air. Water droplets and hail impact. Water droplets and hail impact the Zipple's outer shell. Yeah, this one definitely sounds connected. Some moisture slipping through the cracks and dripping within my shelter, sparkling in the inner lights. This is always so unpleasant. Fortunately, the regional coordinator is free enough to chat, borrowing this interruption. Finally it gets back to me through my dull voice receiver. Sorry, just had one other runner to direct. Where was I? The dot slipped amongst my drone connections. Humor ratings, remember? Something about your father. Oh yes, right. I never took after my father's interest in humorism. But he and his whole humorous friends started to experiment in using corru with it. The conceit of it has always been in reading the sensation of receptor curls, so... Obviously it's not quite so acceptable or common within these gazes anymore. Ha, yes. Even in Oktazny, it is almost seen as a perversion. Right? It is the same here. Of course, I think there is some merit to it. The feelings from a curl are complex after all, and supposedly unique. So they wanted to find a way to continue the practice, without the weight of the city's skeptical gaze crushing them. And here's the interesting part, they succeeded. They established a method of doing remote readings. But what is the point without the curl? Oh yeah, God, yeah. God was, I was like, that was in the back of my head. That's the most obvious to me. The layout of the Ozo is interesting though. Come, this is my father we speak of, an honest bonded Tur. The vague energy found in others was his interest, not simply curling receptors with strangers. Anyway, all it takes is a dull voice connection and silence. They actually put together and distributed a guide in hopes of bringing legitimacy back to the practice. I helped by reviewing the guiding dots of his group. It really is very simple. Seen as perversion, immediately followed by what's the point about it. True. In fact, I could do one for you right now. Oh, where's the fun in it without the curl? Crash of lightning and thunder shakes the Zeppel. Alright, why not? Let us see how Velzy has drawn my path. Aha, good. Alright, you just need to keep the connection open, as if you're thinking something to me. But try not to think anything. Think without thinking. Shall I grow a tail next? I know it sounds silly, but it is possible. Try focusing on the rain. Oh, simple enough. I close my eyes as another of the carrier Vilk steps lands far below. Lands far below. There will not be another for a handful of blinks, so it is a good time. The rain. Our connection is silent but open. I can feel it still. There is something akin to a receptor curl in it, without the physical sensation. Countless vague feelings overlapping, impossible to grasp the origin of any single one. Regret, happiness, the welling of laughter in my chest, though all distant, transient. They pass around me like the wind of the firestorm. I think I did it right, but... No, maybe I did it wrong. Huh? Come, tell me. You cannot simply say that without sharing the result. Well... Either Velzy's gaze is fixed upon you, or I need to try again. It's like you have nothing but light and claws. I see. Yeah, I do recall claws because of Frenzy, of course. My favorite move. It's cool. Fun. Okay. This one might not be as fun. Parasite is next. I also have Suzukri without masks, just regular Suzukri. Let's do Parasite first. My favorite movie. Let's watch all of Parasite right now. It's just gonna start rolling. It means Velika-born curses twitch in the air as they scan the area. The smell of a once radiant Velka corpse. I still must get used to it. With the time that has passed, its bones are starving to poke out through its flesh, and soon can be harvested. But now it's the season of fruit, and so the air is thick and rancid. Secret films were like, oh yeah. They like briefly mentioned that in the third part of the third memory of the embassy, whatever you want to call it. Where Akiza gets the one that warns her. They mention it a little bit in that one. I know Gasky was like, oh, you were watching one of those ones, right? Or Kasky. Oh, it's Gasky? Kasky. Kasky was like, you were watching one of those ones, right? I remember that. Our steps meet the flesh and ground with vile noises. And the cavern guard's receptors twitch with each one. Aha, he's far too accustomed to his high-threat duties. I have to harvest basket and turn around to speak aloud to him, continuing to follow backwards. One of those, sis. Relax, the hard part is over. His receptors point back in disapproval of my volume. In a surface voice, he murmurs back. Keep your eyes ahead. It's a cool profile. It's a unique one. Despite it all, there's a sense of joy in its branched receptors, and he laughs quietly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do not hold conflict with escorting these Sivasni-enabled elders to surface duties. Their foundries have been putting out truly remarkable devices. Larval Elder. Limb replacements, Felika connected cis. I'm sure could hold his own now, even if a predator happened to find us. I hear him murmur through the dull voice as he takes a deep breath. This brings back memories. I never thought I would get to see it for myself again. Or smell it, though I do not miss that part quite as much. Aha! Those gaze-guided jut. Ah, there! His aim assist converged their eyes upon a glowing crevice within the Vilk carcass. We stop in unison, and the cavern guard nearly steps forward. But I stop him, half turning. He glares at me, but understands. This is fun, not ours. Felika born. I'm the way I'm censoring it, I'm gonna accidentally say oomph at some point, and I'm not intending to. Felika born cis target the creature as he takes slow, careful steps forward. His steps are so silent, even in the Vilk-rotted soil. I wish I could do that! Once the aim assist of his Felika glow with confirmation, the central one releases a pulse of grey light. When our eyes recover, the Vilk limb is cleaved open, revealing the glowing fruits of a selkie. Aha! With not even a lift of my claw. This one is fully ripe. It will not be fighting us. Never one for the basket. I will get it. Son reaches in and grasps the selkie at its base, and with his upper hand grips a small cutter to quickly and cleanly cut it free from its feeding point. The bulbous fruit squirms slightly, but is too fattened to do anything. So it is tossed into the basket easily, and we continue on. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Just getting some fruit and weird alien flesh. Let's do Zuzukri next. I assume this will be connected to the Suzuki mask memory. Either preceding or... Suzuki. The sound of this dormant herd is almost too much. Only the wind and thunder mask our slight movements as we draw closer to... You know, that is... Yeah, it is a Vel. It is by Velcy's favor alone that she has survived out here so long. Poor Vel. She sits against her dull beacon in the little clearing, bleeding, surrounded by the two bodies of her running companions. It is fortunate that we found them while the eye still lights our path. When I nearly entered her clearing, grabs my arm and pulls me back, hiding us both from view around a juvenile Vil potential. We speak silently through the dull voice. What? There is no threat of secret here. Besides, how would one have deployed a beacon? Just wait. Take a closer look. The scent in the air. It is not right. If she is here, why has she not received any of our calls? The scent of Vil and Kiev. 2 dead. Exactly what we see. What is he worried about? With a quick impulse, I instruct my Velika-born aim assist to peer around the side. Is sitting a little strangely, perhaps with too large of a pack. But from this side angle, it is hard to tell. The wind shifts towards us. Trio's trail is made more apparent. The Vel scent is strange, sickly, metallic. You're right. Stay here. Prepare your dull pulse and keep it aimed on her. I feel his affirmation through a dull voice, and so I twist about, calling out in my surface voice before I step into the full view of is that you? Are you alright? A cloud passes between the eye and this veil guard just as I see it turn towards me. And while we are plunged in darkness, I feel a terrible dread. For I thought I saw her face split apart for an instant. Oh, there it is. But as it passes, she pushes herself to her feet. Face intact and spiraling receptors curled tight with worry. Kiza? Please, do not look away. I will go away again. I just blinked. I blinked and they were all gone. I did not do anything, please. Her arms and face are stained cyan with blood. Claws longer than they ought to be, more numerous than they should be. A dark angular shape is obscured behind her, barely visible over her shoulders. Parts of it twist occasionally, alive. It communicates to me via dull voice. Akiza, she is lost. If there is one Suzuki here, there are others, preparing to release the pulse. Silently, as to not alert I have a companion. Yeah, it is weird. Is this connected to the Suzuki Mask one? I don't remember the name for that one. It might be. I gesture for him to wait with a claw behind my back, and he obliges. Though every nerve in my body commands me to flee, I know I must soothe lest the beast stop wielding her mind. It is all right. What happened? Approaches, but her legs do not move, dragging against the soil. Only as soon as the Suzuki notices my eyes upon her legs does she begin to walk with them. I raise one of my climbing gauntlets defensively, and she halts, bringing her claws to her eyes. She weeps, and my aim assist detects movement in the dark shape behind her. A number of eyes blinking in unison. The true shape of the beast too hard to make out. It should be the same. That makes sense. Sorry. I know, I need to stay away. I do not know when it got me or how long it has been. I think I used my knowledge to activate their beacon to bring you here. You must not let me return. And you cannot let me stay here. Though, would undoubtedly prefer that we free her from her role. I have an idea. With some rummaging through my cloak, I produced that little mind core. Oh! Right, I did see the mind core memory. That sounded like Havoc introducing the Mind Core, but it could be just some other person that granted me. It was for me, but if there's any chance we can save... I offer it to her, arm outstretched, tilted away in case I must evade. The Suzuki will surely be appeased by my apparent acceptance of her. No, it is okay. Just put this on your receptor and we can help you. She pulls her claws from her face, an extra one I had not noticed, disappearing behind her back. Her receptors uncurl with hope and delight, and in her face I more clearly see the Suzuki's facade. Yes, split into 4 quadrants, occasionally parting to breathe. I nearly strike her then. But I wait. She takes the mind core, allowing me to step back further. As she places it on a receptor, she... No, wait, it does not part for her. She brings it to her face and it is clearly operational, but... Kiza, it will not let me. The corru, it does not recognize her. Velzy snatches away my hope once more, inspiration replaced with despair. Just as I prepared to signal to, her claws dig into the shell of desist, she begins to lunge it towards the sharp end of her receptor, sobbing. No, wait! Out of stupid impulse, I snatch that arm by the wrist. And as I do, her face splits apart, the Suzuki's hidden limbs rearing in the dark. Its teeth linger only a receptor's length away. A terror I have never known grips me, my limbs silent and unable to recoil. We are done. Releasing pulse now. A blinding flash beams between me and the beast, severing her mind core bearing claw. I have only a blink to scramble away before... Okay. And she must have lived, because we saw the other memory. Huh. Yeah, the Suzuki are pretty scary. Okay, I have 6 more. I think I'm gonna take a quick break though. Refill my water and drink water and rest up. I'll do the last 6 and then I don't know. I think that's it. I'll just discuss some of my thoughts on the game. I don't think there's anything left for me to do. I was told to look up in the, you did tell me to look up in the interview room. I can do that real quick. Because I don't think I did that before, I'm pretty sure. Wait, do I not have to... Oh, I must have taken it off. Wait, what? Usually Joy lets me do that. I guess it was just a GAD before. Okay. Gotta bait you out here, right? Yeah, come on. Loser, come on. Hello? I'm in danger, follow me. Follow me, I'm in danger. I'm helpless. God damn it. You motherfucker. Or whatever. Where is it? Back. No. This is the opposite way, I think. No, that's the opposite way. God damn it. Get out of the way. Just move. I'm literally in your way. Just move. Oh, don't. You didn't know I had diagonals. Vessel surface. Oh! I forgot about that. Oh. Okay. Cool. Yes, I've done this one before. Forgot about that. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna kick a... Oh, wow. Yeah, I really need to rest my voice, evidently. I need to take a quick break. And then I'll do the last memory hole words. And I guess I'll just ramble a little bit about the game. Alright. BRB. Okay. Feel better now. Let's do the last 6. One of them is FG2, which I think we already know what should happen, but I'll leave that for the end. Okay. Let's go back to... Back up. Still don't know why that... I never turned hardware acceleration off, so... That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Okay. Plasm. The depths. Alright. Next one is surface. Like, a few of these are definitely... door? Yeah. Surface is like a lot of these I should have just been able to guess, if to be honest. Like Corru, I'm surprised I never put in Corru. Like that's already the name of the game. I just seemed too obvious. But we'll do surface first and then Corru. I'm awoken in my sleeping shell by rapping at its cover. What time is it? Has the gaze ended already? So tired. Whatever it is, it can wait. Go away. My duties are not until clear sky. Nikiza, it is me. She's not going away. I let my head fall back against the pod's internal fuzz. She hisses a sigh of frustration. There's a problem. Not my problem for another, It's one of the city texts. That might be an early one then, because it was initial city stuff, then it might have been like... Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? I think I can vaguely recall that, but then I never thought to like write it down, so I just forgot about it for 30 hours. That makes sense. I roll over to check the Senruka. When unlatching of its container, I see that it's still mostly intact. Still intact. Yes, it would have detonated by now if it were time. It's just before Walker. Ah. I did see that one. Though its decay is such that I probably only have about 2 or 3 winks. Ah. Suddenly the cover of my pod is lifted. My receptors coil in shock and I cover my eyes from the light. Partially blocks it as she leers at me. This is not a joke, killing it. Oh yeah, I think that's showed up before. Has not returned. He's not responding on the dull voice either. With how long he has been out, it will not be long before his trail is dispersed. She leaves her explanation there, staring at me expectantly. Yeah, exploding alarm clocks. I almost thought it was like a mistranslation of Sevruka at first, but I guess it's related. It's related, just not the same. She leaves her explanation there, staring at me expectantly. Much as I want to tell her to skitter away, this is not a responsibility that can be assigned to anyone else. Fine. I will meet you at the entrance. And have the jet prepare the walker for us. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Do not waste any time. Okay. Why does this happen? Sometimes it just happens and it's not like that memory was important. Like why is that just Gad acting funny? Is it just trolling? Like the first time that happened I thought it was like, oh yeah, Velzy's pissed off. He did not want me to see that. And I was like, oh, it just happens on random ones. Okay, Corru. And the relative safety of the entry tunnel drops its surface voice. Incredible. That would have taken so much longer before. But what is the count? While the real answer is just within my receptor's curl, I make sure of counting my claws and then play one of my favorite sayings. Ah, we will have to gather the tur. He chuckles to my surprise. This seems connected to the ever elder one. Only blinks earlier he seemed irritated with my banter. Still, as planned, I give him a proper answer immediately after. I counted just over 30. Aha! 30 from just that trip. Stops and grasps its dull pulse felicasis by its tether. Another memory hole code? I have a few more written. So... Is it Dull or No Thanks or Clemens Romanus? No Thanks seems pretty obscure. I don't know how the hell you would get that one. Yeah, this one's definitely after Parasite. down to eye level with a shaky hand so he can look into it properly. I feel an instant of shock, as does his son by the sight of his receptors. But we both realize he is looking at the side, rather than directly at the deadly part. From simple food containers to the deadliest weapons ever conceived. There's a sort of idle drift in his receptors as he stares into it. It is so easy to tell when a tourist's mind wanders. Corru. You know, they came up with using the spheres they form for food just when my receptors started to split. My excavation mentor once told me the strangest stories about it and our ancestors. It was not long after we struck that great natural vein of it down in the deep chambers. It is so much smaller now. As we prepared a harvesting borer, you know what he said? Turns to me, his branched receptors outstretching their tendrils. His father and his fathers before him saw it as a pest. Aha! The hell is that? Oh, wait. What's... Image sprites obs larval 7.gif. Is this the GIF? How the Tur of old would encounter in great walls while digging, and it had to be scraped away by claw or dug around as our acids had no effect. He turns back to the path ahead, carefully stepping down the incline as he continues reminiscing. His son gives me a forward-pointing gesture of his receptors as we both start to follow. That feeling when wild corru gets on your receptors. That's what the game redirects you to if you try putting in recosm before asking Funfrin about God. Oh. Or before Funfrin tells you about God. Yeah. Okay. I have to see if I can find that GIF. His son does not respond, indifferent. Must have heard all this before. No. They usually keep it sealed in those big skulls. Well, if even a drop of it gets on, you feel eyes on you, like something is in the chamber of you. Staring, listening. I guess all this time it really was listening, right? Haha. What do you think they'll do next with it? Billsy's eye cast down. Got a new arm out of the stuff. Well, it will have to take another Tur stumbling into their research chamber to figure out what is next. Common myth, intoxicated Tur knocked over corru container and fell into it. Okay. His laugh overempowers the tunnel, enough to send my receptors into a clenched curl. Kiza, start planning a transport to Altazni for me, would you? I have a foundry to barge into. Whatever. Start planning a transport. Right away, father. Okay. Cool. Doll. We have doll next. Whoa. I mean, that is the doll. Through my connection to the pilot says I see it before us. This is the third time I have ever used the doll. Some larval fear grips me, threatening that it will disintegrate me. Total annihilation, removal from Felzy's stage for all time. Or worse, something within will find me on my path true. But of course it is superstition. Approaching. Indeed, no life as we understand it could exist in the doll. That is what they say. Dolskovik's extended studies have proven it after all. Enough study to have driven him mad. What is he on? His fourth renewal now? Felzy so favors tormenting him. I am receiving an official communique. Attention! This is, speaking on behalf of Anterior Dull Station Brightwall. You are all clear to proceed. Be sure to release all active dull tethers or hearts. Also expect to lose communications for a little bit. Oh yes, and if you brought any types, say your goodbyes. Of course, thank you. Keep Vilsey entertained, will you? We'll hold the performance just for you. Correspondent will establish contact as soon as you are on the other side. Good luck! Dull hearts released. Permitting gravitic control. The vessel shifts as soon as the hearts release. My type. I clutch one of my preserved larval receptor shells. A hard, hollow spiral of segmented chitin. A part of myself to remain in the dull, outside of Vilsey's creation. I disconnect from the violet cyst abruptly. Perhaps I should not look. I close my eyes. No, I turn them off. And I disable my sensation. Best to be safe. Indeed, perhaps even sound should be limited. I pull the membranes around my mind core closer to it. I am nothing, in a void, and nothing is about to happen. Yet still I see it in my mind's eye. I hear its silence roaring. No matter why I disable, it is still perceived, resonating within my deathly form. I try to think of anything else, but it is here before me. And it is coming. Cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, that's about what I would expect. It's pretty scary to go through a wormhole of a kind. Okay. Next on the block, I don't know how you're supposed to get this one. No, thanks. What? Oh, maybe I need a space. Did I write something wrong again? Did I hallucinate this one too? No, what the hell? Where did I get this from? It must have been on the wiki, but maybe it was an old thing and got removed. I don't know. Let me actually check. The hell? Where did I get this from? I don't know where I got that from. I thought it was from the I must have written down from somewhere, but maybe it was a different page. I have no idea. File name, hopefully. Okay. Actual last one then would be Clemens Romanus, I think. There we go. Feel our vessel strain under the weight of the step. My poor Glazika must be struggling to keep up with optimizations. Halting. Pulsing now. Growing radius of vision is created from the depth pulse. As its threshold expands outwards and fades, I see it. In this desolate place, a mass of dead metal. Some sort of vessel manufactured by the cousins, but I draw my attention outwards and exchange a look with, You see it too? Yes. A cousinly vessel that must have sunk long ago. Look towards its center. See how it splits? What is happening to it? Is that where she wants us to go? No way. I do not like the look of it. Besides, whatever is being done to it, it is not for habitation. We need to keep looking. It must be near here. That's it? Wow, okay. I think that's it. Where did I get no thanks from? That must have been a file name or something. And I just like, I must have been like half awake. Okay. I have no clue where it came from. Do you want to see? I think I heard this does something slightly different the second time. So I put in Kavik. We get to see, oh yeah. That is so close to the Velzy mask. I mean, come on. That is essentially the Velzy smile. Just like inverted. Damn it. And no dialogue this time, just like sad. Yeah, I'm scared for what... I mean, if Kavik really is Velzy, then things must have gone really fucked up, but even the dialogue from the original memory hole is like pretty scary. Alright, well, I think that's it for the memory hole. I think I've seen most secrets. I'm sure there's a couple things I've missed, but I feel decently satisfied. Yeah, I should be obvious to the people that saw I was streaming this for like 6 hours straight at times, but like I'm definitely I really enjoyed the narrative here. The sort of like rabbit hole exploration is really cool. It's like a little reminds me a little bit of Outer Wilds, in that like you can get kind of lost in exploring and on like different ends of like trying to find different treads and follow them. Yeah, I really like the exploration. It's really cool. I already commented a bit on like dot forms, like Droxyozo and stuff. I think it's really cool how you have to try and pick up the pieces from these lost fragments of memories, and some of them are repressed and some of them are like fighting to just stay independent and alive and in the cyst. The main embassy stuff, the main embassy interaction of all the Obesk, I really liked. The whole collapse arc was great. I'm a big fan of Frame. That was really fun. I think I still prefer the main turn-based combat more, just because tactical combat does not come as easily to me, but I still enjoyed episode 4. The whole final part of the collapse arc was like really... I mean, rest in peace Tozik, assuming that really did kill him. I'm still curious, like we didn't get much of a hint of like what happened to the Ever. I think Kasky might have not... I don't know. Based on Kasky's location in Droxyozo, it doesn't bode well. Kavik doesn't bode well. But Bosco, we don't know. I don't think there's any hints to what happened to Bosco after. Gagfu said she would be killed for what she did, but I don't know. There's a chance. she made it out. There's also a... Is it Idril? No, there's Itzel, and Itzel didn't make it, obviously. And I forget the other one's name, I'm sorry. But the other the other Obesk. Yeah, I'm curious. I know they alluded that at the end of episode 4 that we'd be getting new mine cores, or yeah, I'm pretty sure they said mine cores to explore with the mine spike. So that'll be cool to have like entirely new things to explore. I wonder how in-depth that's gonna be, if we're gonna stumble upon like other members of the team, like Tozik, maybe, or just some other. It could just be a completely new character, and then we get maybe some introductory stuff with that character, and then eventually their story converges with the one we saw in the embassy, perhaps. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really cool. I'm really happy I finally played this game. I had it bookmarked for, I swear, it must have been 2 years at least. Let me see. I don't know if my history goes far back enough to see the first time I visited the website. I'm checking my history to see if I can find like the first time I ever discovered it. The farthest back I can find is September 15th. And I started playing it like October. Like mid-October. But I swear I knew about it before that. I just had it bookmarked. I wish I could find like the history of when I first bookmarked it, but it should be like I have like a folder for different stuff I want to like look at. And I swear, yes, no, yes, I found it. Okay. Yeah, I have a to check later bookmark. And I bookmarked Corru, and I can see it's in order, so I must have bookmarked this before some other stuff here. I have like other games, I have like a bunch of random YouTube videos. Okay, I have tape measure antenna bookmarked after it, which I think was like, I think I was researching some random bullshit about like if you can like make your own antenna or like measure or like read stuff from the radio. It's for a story, but I kind of shoved it, I think. But that must have been 2 years ago or something, I think. So I've had this just sitting in the back of my mind for a while. So I'm glad I'm finally got to it. No, I'm super excited to see what else happens in the future. Initially going into this, I thought like, okay, currently has 4 episodes out, you know, I was like playing episode 2, it's like, okay, based on the pacing of this, we'll probably finish it up by like, I can imagine the game being done like next year with episode 5 and stuff. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if one more episode is gonna be enough to like clear everything up. Like the FBX is putting more pressure on us, so the stakes are definitely rising. More secrets are being uncovered, but like, I don't know if one more episode is gonna be enough, unless it's like a very big episode. So, I have no idea what to expect for how much longer this game will take to develop. But I'm excited to see whatever happens. 4 more episodes? Honestly, I can see it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff left. Like, I imagine there are definitely some things that will not be, like, explicitly explained. It's not gonna be, like, a ton of huge lore dumps, but there's obviously a lot of stuff that needs to be, like elaborated on. It's not gonna, like... It doesn't seem like something that would hold your hand and explain every last detail of... It's gonna leave some pieces for you to put together yourself. But, like, definitely needs a lot more time to actually elaborate. I also have no idea what will happen with, like, if we can get connected. That'll be interesting. I don't know if there's going to be anything outside of the mine cores. If we have to navigate the real world at any point, that would be cool. Yeah. My favorite moment so far, just randomly exploring, has definitely been like those moments where I talked about it earlier, where like a character realizes suddenly that they're part of like like they can suddenly observe interloper somehow, or like they can tell something's wrong, something's not right. Yes, I just mentioned that like 5 minutes ago. Like the new sys to buy us time, so there'll be like new hubs. Yeah, the brief incoherent spikes are some of my favorite moments. I love... I don't... You know, there's some stores that do like full, like, fourth wall breaking, like, oh, you're not supposed to be here, wait, what? You know, and, you know, Don Quixote did it better, probably, or something like that. I don't know, I haven't read Don Quixote, I just know about that part. But, little things like that, like the brief incoherent spikes, that's cool. Where they're, like, kind of trapped and, like, kind of unsettled. Yeah, Cassidy is really creepy. I think when I first saw her, I referred to her as like a G-Man figure. And I'm right. She's literally a government woman. And she has some freaky ass abilities. I'm kind of scared. I also have no idea what Velzy's motivations are. Obviously, if that is Kavik or some remnant of Kavik, I don't know how that happened. I don't know what the exact motivation is of all like the secrecy and stuff. Yeah, there's so much more left to like learn. It's crazy. Oh yeah, what is the point of this? Yeah, you can open up a little bit. I got some time. Oh, it's a scar. I forgot about that. It's so long ago. No, you can go ahead and input dump. Probably gonna go in like 20-30 minutes to get lunch, and then that'll be the end for now. I will probably come back though. Maybe not. Maybe like in the next month or so. I think Nara... I don't know if it was Nara or somebody else, but Somebody had a frame mod with a ton of extra stuff. I would like to check that out. Nara, yeah. Chekhov's scar may have been from Velzy disassociating the off layer, but feels like foreshadowing. She's got like tree mods. Oh, I know one of them is like a huge expansion. Chekhov's scar may have been from Velzy disassociating the off layer, but feels like foreshadowing. Yeah, they don't address it much since that very beginning. Oh, you know what else hasn't been addressed for a while? I want to check this. I have to go back to the FBX. Yeah. They don't... It's been a while since we've... So obviously we gave the medal and stuff. We haven't done anything with the gun. We still have a free pistol that we didn't use. 2052 GET model. There's literally a gun sitting on the table, like, that's not gone off, so it is optional, like, you could use it, but, like, it still feels kind of funny that we just have it. If Fun Friend ever rebuilds the off layer, we still have a layer way in. I see. That makes sense. See, this was the metal. Wouldn't be surprised if we have to feed the sister again, or feed Eversys. Yeah, I guess we could use the pistol maybe for that. Like we almost used it. But yeah, it'd be cool if there's like a Inscription-esque moment where you have to get up from the table and like walk around in the actual building and do some like espionage or some bullshit. There will be a point where Fun Friend tries to kick us out if we help Ozo too much. So you think Fun Friend's not gonna be... They're not gonna have... He's not gonna have a... Like his... What am I trying to say? Because occasionally he's been like, you know, that did help us. So maybe they're not all that bad. But it's true, we do have ways to get around it. I also wonder how many more masks we can get. I know they definitely said the mask will be able to be used in other sys, which will be interesting. Yeah, I guess... I don't know. I could kind of see Fun Friend, like... slowly coming around to... There's a lot of fast travel systems. There's... the flower, the car... there's the random things that, like... the director has opened up occasionally. There's the hunger... masks revealing like hidden paths. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I hope Fun Friend doesn't become like too opposed to us. We can work it out. Speaking of Cassidy. That's one of them. I forgot about that. Cameramen are hidden in the same way Cassidy's office is. It's true. Yeah, I wonder if are the cameramen... It's definitely looking at me. It feels like. Cameramen spying on us? Is that Cassidy's way of monitoring us? They seem to have opinions on things. Wastrels is the Ozo. Oh, right, yeah. Let me check the other ones. I got a few of them downloaded. Wastrels, yeah. Flying cats, Cassidy does not like them that much. That would make sense. Cassidy does not seem very... The image of the contrivance is out of reach. Oh. Our guys' portals are shaped like casts. That is true. That is... They are very... They're pretty much the exact same thing. Just the car guy. Yeah, they're like pretty much the exact... Say two unique lines meet and go well in Erector. Oh. I might have looked over that. Well, yeah, I didn't know about the director, but the last time I used his fast travel. So yeah, I wouldn't have paid mind to that. That's interesting. Radiator, muffler, hungry. Red, green, blue light, speed up. They're called paths instead of gates. Oh, yeah. Authorized. Use gas prices. Insurance licenses. Cassidy definitely has a network, yeah. She's like got... She got a whole network to deal with ops. I'm also just scared of like what Cassidy actually is. Although chances are affected by where you are, that would make sense. So if I go back to the city... Ah, there. Meeting go okay. Yeah. She's like Cassidy's valet. No, not valet, but driver. I guess they're just called drivers. But yeah, it's pretty spooky. She brought up Velzy to us with no prompting, that's true, so they've... Yeah, I don't know if Velzy knows about her, but if she knows about Velzy, that's not good. Like, how can she perceive that much? Is she literally like some remnant of the director that's like plugged in? Is she just like a memory gone too much power? Like a dot form got too much power? Like she has similar powers to Velzy, so like you have a theory. Go ahead. She was the one who left the scar in the Ozo. You know, I could see that. Right, there's a scar in her office and... right in Aki's room. Huh. Yeah, the... Huh. Yes... Evil Mode tree teaser? I did not see that. Where's that? Was that in the Discord? Or is that in game? Oh god, I just realized, yeah, that's gonna be with the tactical combat probably. That's scary. Load up your collapse iteration. Oh shit, okay. It's been a while. That's scary. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for the evil mode tree. I was a big fan of Frame. Frame was great. But I'm afraid I used up all my luck with the regular Pale Halls because I got like 31 crits in a row against one of the membranes or tendrils. Go to... Actually, you know what, let's just go to the hub. And go to the embassy. It is OP. It was like... I think Nara helped me do the math. It was like 1.6% per... No. It was like 87.5% chance per hit to crit. So 31 hits in a row, 31 crits in a row is like a 1.6% chance. Still crazy. Let's see. Embassy. Load iteration. Should be right before. Okay. They have to cap the crit at 95%. Oh wait! Oh no. This is new. Oh, no. Of course, you're still here. Hey, what the fuck? You can't be in here. Fuck, it's not ready. You didn't see anything. Awesome. Well, I'm scared of that. First Evo mode was not that bad. Frame was a ton of fun. I don't know if I can do tactical Evo mode. That's probably going to be the hardest one for me. Okay. Well, that's fun. Oh, yeah, it's gone now. Oh yeah, I haven't been able to ask that. Everything's seen. What do you think actually happened here? Well, from what we've seen, my guess is that it all had to do with that infection. The contact infection or whatever. I think Vakoa must be like patient zero. She got something that totally took over while she was in the core. The attack signals were probably like Vakoa trying to spread it. That would explain everything else, right? The golems, the non-golems, probably the husks somehow. Although that kind of breaks down when we get to the illusions. And the polygonation spires across the world breaking down. Shit, I wasn't considering the other failures that happened at the same time. Not really sure about that stuff. My gut just says this infection plays a huge part. And I really don't think any Obesk would just doom a huge portion of the code population to keep a secret. Even one as big as the meteorite. Whatever weird thing? Whatever weird thing. What is he coming up with now? I mean, to be fair, the first Eva mode was like also kind of just hidden around. It didn't really have like it. Okay, you know what? It did unlock like the golem blueprints or something at the end, but I mean, some of it was like kind of incoherent at the end. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing he's just gonna be digging around, to be honest. Like, could have stayed at Joxy Ozo. Gelly offered, but like, he's just like, no. I got more fun to do. Yeah, it'll be a whole new area. I guess, yeah, I don't know how it will fit into like, how it keys it and like the party would react to it. Because in the first one, they're like, oh, this is like a weird beaten path. And the second one, that's like, we were helping Gelly, we just like disassociated and then we did our own thing. So the third one, I don't know if they'll do like what the second one did again, where it's just the interloper and then like we do some other shit. Like, I'd be down for another roguelike, to be honest. Especially if it has like weird looping mechanics that make the game broken. I love that. Like honestly, I'd love to just see. I just want to see it get broken. That's the most fun. Hey guys, I know we gotta fight for Koa. Check out my sick B-hops. Why didn't we do this before? I feel like eventually it'll come to Ozo. Either he's gonna get like one shot by the director in like a really like shocking twist, or he'll just like dick around in Ozo. Because I don't know if combat will be coming back for a while. Do have to free the mask. You have a unique theory about the collapse. I would like to hear. The meteorite signal started it, but Vako was still acting for her own volition. Yeah, I know Akizet brushes it off at the end of the arc, but there's so much stuff where some coherent messages are coming true. Yeah, it seemed like she genuinely believed in like what she was trying to do. But Akizet was like, oh, we're too deep into this. We gotta like kill you now. And like even Akizet like almost self-doubts her. But she's just like, no, we just gotta end this. So yeah, I do think we'll learn of like some unfortunately like fucked up thing, like maybe that was a bad choice. Maybe Vaka was like Akizet's free from a bit of the guilt from like the whole secrecy thing, but it's still maybe eat at her. It would be really, really bad if like actually Vaka was about to save everyone and like she killed Vaka and like doomed everyone to die. Like that would be extra fucked up, but I could see it happening. I especially like that Kavik memory hole where he's like, isn't this good? The FBX is here. We can get help. Like, I don't know. I don't know when that comes. Like, it must be later, obviously, like after the collapse, but it does not sound good. I don't know if that's like where Kavik gets his head blown off or something, something really sad. I don't know. Actually, no. Oh, that's Kavik memory holes earlier? It has been a while since I've seen it, so I maybe mixed it up. A week before collapse? Okay. Huh. But doesn't the FBX rate them or something? What does happen? That's weird, because they don't acknowledge that, I think, in the entire embassy arc. Or the collapse arc. I haven't seen the memory in a little bit, so I guess maybe I should just look it up. It's probably on the wiki. Avic. Oh wait, okay. Well, Kiza is mulling matters over. Oh! Right. Short memory stream plays. Kiza physically restrains Kavik immediately after a meeting with some humans and explains they cannot say anything to anyone about it, presumably relating to their investigation of the call. Kavik pleads for Kiza to tell him what is going on. Okay, I must have gotten mixed up. I thought like it was something, it was like a raid or something. No, okay. It's just Kavik slipped. Like Kavik was like being... Huh. So interesting, Kavik speaks lines from the memory hole page when they stabilize in combat. She mentions Kavik having information about the FBX project. Okay. Okay. I see. And then the... Yeah. Yeah, that's still... Okay. So it's not like... Just off of funding you haven't seen. Yes? Yeah, so Kavik isn't like... That wasn't immediate danger for Kavik. I misconstrued that. I still don't feel great about Kavik's chances, though. I still... There's too many similarities with Felzy. It still doesn't feel like it's gonna go great with how messed up that... the end of that memory hole was. Go to Collapse, turn off Gakfu's coat, then go to Discovery and talk to her. Oh. Okay. Gonna do some trolling here. That is... it feels like I'm just gonna freak her out, but... yeah, alright. I would assume, yeah, toggle cloak. Oh no. Okay. I feel bad when it happens to like a non-human. Humans are funny to troll. It's like I don't really care. This is a friend. Alright, return to hub. And then or do I need to save that? I can check Discovery. Well, I want to make sure it stays off. It does. Okay, it doesn't. You don't actually need to save that. Okay. Alright, go to Discovery. This will probably be the last thing I do for today. I gotta go eat lunch. Discovery. This is like so long ago that I've done this. Oh yeah, the mass of organism at the bottom of the Obeski Oceans. That's pretty bad. It also parallels to the thing by the meteorite. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. No, that's just the way things have been. Don't really have to worry about it. Okay. Is that different? It's been so long ago that I don't... That's probably... Yeah. Okay. Recreation, I think? Where's Gakfu? Is she at a research already? It has been like 30 hours since I've played this. I think she might be at research. Totally different giant superorganism. Nah, nothing to worry about. I do wonder what the hell is gonna... I don't know how high the stakes of the in-game experience is gonna be. I can barely even see you. I don't know how high the stakes of the thing is gonna be. Like, is the end of the game us doing something about that, or are we just like gonna be doomed to die? Oh, I can toggle cloak here too. Your coat. Your coat. I have never seen it off like that before. Gafu draws her attention outwards to stare down at it. She pulls at the false fabric, receptors slightly twisting in confusion. Oh. That is strange. I never turned this off. The twist in her receptor slowly grows more pronounced. What did I just say? Turn it off? It is fungus. Wait, no, it is a representation of fungus that I emulate with my clothing. I watch her with some concern. She's saying things I already know. Like she is convincing herself. But why? This is very strange. Are you okay? Yes. Sorry, sometimes when I'm using these false environments, I get context overlap. For a blink, it is like I am my signature rather than myself. I should really start pausing these things when talking, heh. The lights of her coat resume. Interesting, that was some sort of memory leak. Incoherent spikes pretty bad. Avoid doing that kind of thing, okay? But it's funny! Well, it's not funny for her, I feel bad, but like, it's funny, like, it's a funny moment. Moth mentions the call will end really soon. Oh, that's true. Yeah. There's something that that reminds me of, like, those incoherent moments. I can't remember what, like, piece of media it was. I think it was a game. I want to say it was a game. Yeah, Kavix has so much mystery. I'm really concerned for him. Ever since I saw the back of Kavix's head where, like, the hair hides the eyes, but you can still see that creepy smile, or like in that context, it's creepy. Ever since I've seen that, I've been like, that's no good. There's no way. There's no way this boy has a good fate. Unfortunately. He has a secondary communication cyst for it is better not to say. Oh wow, yeah. I did not remember that. Is that when he appears in the embassy during the collapse arc when he first, like, when we start calling? Or is that something else? Some other time he says that. Yeah? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I never thought about it then. It just seemed like kind of a weird thing. Yeah. I don't know. Memories of him seem more present and lucid than others in the same memory. So strange. There's definitely, like, more... I think there's a strong connection between, like, Akiza and Kavik. They seem to really care for each other. You know, obviously they're very friendly with each other. But certainly I feel there's, like, some level of, like, repressed trauma happening here. Yes, destabilized Kavik. Having, like, the memory hole lines is weird. Several memory holes are almost definitely Kavik. See, yeah, I feel like the Mindcore one, the way he speaks is, like, reminds me a lot of Kavik when he's giving the Mindcore to Akiza. I don't know about other ones. It's been a while. Yasuku and Larval. Okay. I think Larval might have been the Mindcore one. Yasuku, it's been a while though. Mention in passing and call. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, because Akiza, when Kavik nearly dies, but Bosco saves him. Akiza like transfers that long message. I think she does say like, "I've known you since like we were both larval." Aki wonders if Kavik has forgiven her yet. Oh yeah, I think I do remember that. And like I'm not sure if we know. I don't know what that would refer to. But yeah, there's a strong connection between the two. They're like clearly been through a lot together. Yeah. I hope we can. I don't know. Tozik's pretty mysterious. I mean, Gakfu obviously has a lot of very shady. Tozik is distant. It'd be interesting to see more of memories of him. Maybe we get his mind core because he's dead or something. I don't know. Probably not, but... Bosco also... I mean, Bosco, we definitely know he had a lot of trauma resurface, so that makes sense. But yeah, Gagfu had some shady shit she was dealing with. She might be... The ops are gonna come after her and try to kill her for that. Kaski, we have a hint of like... I'm not sure if... She was... We did call her at the end of the Collapse arc, right before we fought Vakoa. But I don't know what happened after that. But I mean, there's that memory under the sea, which doesn't bode well. Even if that's not literally what happened, like, that's, like, narrative parallels. Like, why would you introduce that if there's not some relation, you know? So I don't know if Kaski's got a great fate. But yeah, Kavik, very mysterious. Gakfu, under trouble from the ops. I trust Gakfu though. Maybe blindly, but I think she's cold, but I think she's doing the right. She's on Milt's side of the conflict. She sent the suspicion sis to Aki. Huh. I don't think I put that together. God, yeah. I think there's a lot of little details I probably need to like go back and like reread a little bit and see other people's thoughts. To try and like get the best clue as to what's happening or what happened. Anyone would have mentioned knowing, but everyone other than Gakfu and Miltz were shocked. Right. It had to meet a member of the call team. Oh! That's right. So do you think Katsuki wasn't in her room because she like knew something was gonna happen? Or like she had a feeling and then she escaped early? And like she's also trying to like cover her trail? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I wasn't... I was so taken in by Katsuki. She's such a friendly person that like I wasn't even considering it, to be honest with you. But that I can see the logic in it, yeah. Gakfu said she would not have given such a half-truth. It's so weird. I'm gonna replay that in my own time, I think. Having a member from either side of the conflict in the research group, yeah. That would help tear them apart. Oh man. What if it was all planned? What if Cassidy planned all of this? She knew all along. You've fallen for my trap. You see, it was I who killed Itzel's beloved. I was the one. They should just have like a... Cassidy should just be like a Saturday morning cartoon villain Tell-You content. I've noticed Tell-You has some devoted fans. I like Tell-You. Itzkavite. That's, yeah. I was the one who set up the call. It was all me, Director Cassidy. And I wouldn't have gone away for it too if it wasn't for you mind-spiking, meddling contractors. No, yeah. In the Uncosm. I forgot what that originally was. I know there's a big area I found. And then... yeah, Velzy was not happy about it. It's like, I know you want more or something, but don't do this. And I don't know. I mean, obviously that's big foreshadowing. There, yeah. The hell? Here. Yeah. Stop, I know, stop, I know, stop, no more. But yeah, I think the first time we did that, there was like a big area, I'm pretty sure. And it was really freaky. I need like there's been too much exploration. I don't even remember what the original big area was. I just know it was very dark and very far away.
Hello, dear viewers. Your refrigerator running?
Sorry, I was trying to click on the Twitch preview, my Twitch preview tab, and I accidentally clicked on a YouTube video. It was the tab neighboring to it. Hello, dear viewer. The handspray is just a directly recolored version of an asset from corru.work's previous attempt at this. Oh, okay. Interesting. The eyes there are the eyes of the guy with the cool hat in the memory hole. Guy with the cool hat. Is that it? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, I think I should wind down. I think I'm a bit hungry, so thank you for discussing with me. It's been just I'm glad. Thank you for clearing up a lot of stuff. That actually was very helpful. I need to replay a couple of things in my own time to check up like the subtleties. See, in the memory that hooks up to no. Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for chatting with me. It's been nice company. I will definitely play more of this whenever new stuff comes out, for sure. Talk to you later. Thank you for coming. I'm also probably gonna play one of those frame mods as well on stream, at least one stream of that, because I enjoyed frame a lot. Very fun. I'm surprised there's like not that many roguelike turn-based games that's just like turn-based combat like that. Like it's so good. So I'll come back for one more Corru stream in like the next month doing frame. And then whenever updates come out, of course. I will be streaming again tonight. I'm gonna do the Game Awards with friends. We're just gonna be complaining about the game industry probably, so... Secret boss. What secret boss? God? Spamton? The fleshy thing. Fleshy thing. In frame. Oh, in frame. I don't know. I don't think it was like anything notable other than like the main boss. I fought the mimics or whatever copied your own moves. I beat them in one with items. I don't know if there's a fleshy thing in my playthrough. I don't remember. Nothing sticks out in my mind, so I guess not. There's a hidden secret boss. Well, I got another chance to find it, hopefully, in the future. We'll see. You would remember it, okay. We'll see then. Yeah. I was gonna stream Game Awards tonight. It'll just be me and my friends talking crap, I'm sure. Next stream after that, like actual stream, probably weekend. It's gonna be cold as hell, so I'm not going outside. So I will probably stream at least once over the weekend. Yeah, obviously no Corru streams other than the frame one in like a month or something. But you know, if you feel like it, I'll be live. Can follow for notifications, or my Twitter. I think there's a Twitter that you can also follow for notifications. But otherwise, take care. You know, enjoy your own time. Enjoy the season. Try to have happy holidays, even though it's gray as hell outside, and the snow's not even fully melted. It's miserable outside. It's really bad. But yeah, thanks again for joining. Take care. That's it for today. Bye bye.